The magazines, you have to keep the magazines clean as well. You take them apart with an Allen key, and I find a little bit of methylated spirits, I think you call it denatured alcohol in the United States, and in North America denatured alcohol. Use a bit of methylated spirits and a bit of toilet paper and clean that sucker inside, clean it, get all the gunk off of it, and these magazines will be absolutely 100% reliable. I'd rather have the rotary magazine if I was actually depending on this rifle for food rather than the banana magazines, because these are good but they do jam, and you really can't take these apart to clean them. You can take the Tactical Innovation ones apart to clean them, but you can't take the Butler Creeks apart to clean them. So I'd rely on the 10 round rotary magazine. Another nice thing about this rifle, which you can do in other parts of the world but you can't do it in the United Kingdom, is that you can swap out the barrel and get a heavier bolt handle, which puts a bit more weight into the bolt, and you can run this rifle on 1.7 Mach 2 ammunition. It's the sort of the Hornady's version of the 1.7 HMR, but the 2.2 long rifle case being the parent case. It's got a muzzle velocity of over 2,000 feet a second, and that would be a fantastic pest control gun. Unfortunately, here in the UK legislation states that we can only have .22 rim fires. Even though it's a smaller caliber, we still can't have it in semi-auto. You can get it in bolt action, but you can't get it in semi-auto. 2.2 rim fires only for semi-auto. I think that's just about it, guys. The Ruger 1022 is an excellent choice of firearm to start off with in the UK. When you apply for your firearm certificate, the first firearm that you'll probably put down is a .22 rifle, because you don't need a lot of land to hold it compared to a centerfire rifle. In the UK, police will ask you how much land you've got to shoot over, and you can get one of these with about 10 acres of land. Whereas with a centerfire rifle, they want a lot more land, obviously because of the power of the rifle. So most people start off with a .22 bolt action. I think that a .22 semi-auto is a good option for your first rifle. The thing that you have to be aware of is that you have to be aware of the safety aspect of this rifle reloading itself. When you fire it, the action reloads. It's not like a bolt action where you fire it and you have to manually recock it. So if you're not used to this style of rifle, you can quite easily forget that after you've fired one round there's another one up the pipe ready to go, which means that you have to adjust your safety. But you should be treating a firearm like this, like it's loaded all the time, so it shouldn't really be a problem. But I know some people who I talk to go, well, I don't like semi-autos, they're not as safe as bolt actions. Well, a bolt action is probably better for the beginner, but the semi-auto design is good and is safe if you're safe in the use of it. The last thing that I'd say about the stock Ruger 1022 is that it's just not as accurate as a bolt action. Bolt actions lock, all the gas is going down the barrel and out the muzzle. Because some of the gas in this rifle is being used to push the bolt back and to cycle the bolt. I don't know what it is about semi-autos, stock semi-autos. I just find that they're not as accurate as a bolt action 2.2. Having said this, this rifle here, the stock Ruger 1022, will happily hold an inch group all day long at 50 yards. You're not going to be using this rifle anything beyond really 100 yards. It's a 100-yard pest control rifle. because of the rate at which the rounds drop. So, you know, if it's shooting an inch group at 100 and a 2 inch, if it's shooting an inch group at 50 and a 2 inch group at 100, you know, that is perfectly adequate for pest control. You don't need a rifle that will shoot a one hole group. If you start upgrading this rifle and putting match target barrel, bull barrels on it, and lightening the trigger pull, and using the target grade bolts, and upgrading the rifle, you can get it to shoot a one hole group. But as the rifle stands out of the box, it can't compete with a good quality bolt action in terms of accuracy. Is that accuracy awful? No, it's adequate for what this rifle is designed for, and I can hit a rabbit with this easily 100 yards, and I don't really bother beyond 100 yards because of the rate at which the .22 rimfire is dropping. So, well, I think that's just about it, guys. Ruger 1022, really versatile firearm, excellent beginner's firearm, really light, easy to carry about all day. Shoots an inexpensive round. The rifle is pretty inexpensive. This version is a stainless steel version, so it's not going to rust on you. It's a good rifle. I'm David with Wilderness Education. That's the Ruger 1022. Thank you very much for your time.